About to get started here. And today's starter, Kevin Gossman.
Four-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Michael Harris the second, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And a foul ball. That one missed.
Outside.
On the ground, Bichette fires to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Austin Riley in the box here lets that one go for a ball. 1 out, bases empty. So 2 balls and no strikes. Ripped to third. Throws it away. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's going to make it up to second base as that's a 2-base error.
Third, first baseman, Matt Olson.
Sometimes early errors can be just as costly as errors made late in the ball game, but you just don't know it at the time. Second batter of the game gets on base for free, bringing up the number 3 hitter. So we'll see if they can take advantage right here.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Olson getting ready to hit. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right.
One.
Riley, the runner at second with 1 away. And that's way high. 1-1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Clips the corner. And the count 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. That's long gone. And they jump out front. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So here's Murphy now. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Just
Inside,
missed. Still only one out here in the inning. That's in there. And that is strike two. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Straw makes the play, and there's two away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Two down, bases empty. Ozzie Albies will hit next. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And a foul ball. Two outs, base is empty. And that is downstairs. And that's ball two. In the air, left side. Roden flying after this one. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Braves pick up two on the long ball. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here with my pal Singy. Now the starting pitcher in this one. Number 73.
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Bottom of the first. Now it's going to be Bichette. That one's in there. That's strike one. At the belt and fires. And strike two.
0-2 is the count.
Hit weakly on the ground. Riley throws to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact and just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. He swings and fouls one off.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they'd actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
Ball one.
And ball one. Yeah, most guys struggle against the same side, whether it's left on left or right on right, and this guy's an exception. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that skips into there.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
One down, base is empty. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And that's in there at the knees. That clips the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that's outside.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 2-2. In the dirt. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Andres Jimenez. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Blue Jays held in check, and they're down 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Drake Baldwin. Gosman back to work. Right through there for a strike. And that's way high. And that is ball 1. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it. And that's important because you got to make players earn it. That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That misses the zone. Now 3-1. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So a man aboard, and next is the designated hitter, Eli White. And there's a ball.
1-0.
Baldwin aboard here at first with nobody out. Outside
Ball 2.
low, and now 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
There's a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Misses outside. 3-1. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Right fielder, Jared Kelman.
Here's Jared Kelnick. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And it's gone. A shot to the opposite field. And they add on. It's 5-zip.
Well, he did a really nice job of letting that ball travel. Wasn't too quick. He kept the shoulder square to home plate, which allows you to drive the ball to the opposite field with power. We see the power and the authority, and fortunately, he was lucky enough to keep it fair.
And the batter now, Nick Allen. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Oh, and he hit him.
He's got first.
Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Michael Harris II. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Just
That
missed.
ball went out.
Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a foul straight back. That one just misses the outside corner. 2-2.
Strike.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Here comes Austin Riley. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Outside low. And a count 1-2. Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Now batting.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. He's already homered in this game.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
And there's a strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Here's the pitch to Olsen. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Kirk to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Atlanta gets 3 on the homer. And the lead is now 5-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. That's in there. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And the 0-2. And down on strikes. 1 away. Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off. Line drive. Oh, he botches it. Still finds a way to get off a throw. He beats the throw, and they can't get the out.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
Man at first with 1 gone. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Looking for his first big league hit right here. Ball 1 low. That's inside.
That's inside.
Wagner, the base runner at first with 1 out. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. The 2-2 on the way. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
So up next for Toronto, Miles Straw. Squirts away a little bit. Two outs. There's the strike. in the
Ball
dirt,
two.
and the count is even 2-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Albies sizes this one up, squeezes it, and that ends the inning. One left for Toronto. It's 5-0. And we're back onto the third inning, and now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Sean Murphy. On a line out towards center. And there's one down. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Fly to left his first time. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game. So up next, Drake Baldwin. Walked his first time. Baldwin measures 5 feet 10 inches, 23 years old. And he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Wisconsin.
Nope.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
And downstairs. Hard hit left side. Low throw, and he can't pick it.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's a speed threat. Eli White worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. That's in there, and that's strike 1. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Next offering is down low. Right side. And that is that. So no runs on no hits, 1 error, and a runner left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Braves 5 and the Jays 0. Back now in Toronto, set for the bottom of the third. Now the left fielder, Alan Roden. Just missed.
Counts 1-0.
Ground ball right side and foul ball. Out to center. Harris has a beat on it. And a quick out, number 1. So the lineup flips over. Bichette, the next to hit, grounded out his first time up. Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball one. And that is out of play. That misses, and it's 2-1. And a swing and a miss.
2-2 to count.
Got him swinging.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Two outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He reached on a walk his first time. Just off the inside edge. And it's fouled away. Right side. And that's the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. It's the Braves 5 and the Jays nothing. New pitcher now for the Jays, Yariel Rodriguez. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. And now the right fielder, Jared Kellner. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Barger makes the catch. One down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now batting, shortstop, Nick
And now here is Nick Allen. Up and in, 1-0. That one ripped. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
Well, they gave that one a pretty good ride down the line, but it hooked just foul down in the corner. That could have been an easy double if it stayed fair.
That's in there. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that turns the lineup over.
He was all over that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. That one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Now that's smacked to right center. Makes the grab on the run. 2-away down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Here is Austin Riley. 0 for 2 in this one. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Allen off of first with 2 away. And that's down and away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. Caught him looking for the K. Braves strand one as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander. In there at the knees, strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's off the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, these Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Pitch is in the dirt. The count now 2-2. And delivers outside.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Hard ground ball, base knock. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he's got a leadoff double.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. There's a strike. Just missed. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Check swing called strike. Going to count 1 and 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Man at second. Fouls it off. Still 1 and 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. That's going to be a single. Great effort on defense, but no chance to get him at first.
Protecting with strikes on him and putting the ball in play speaks to cutting down the strikeouts, shortening up with 2 strikes.
Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. No outs. Runners at first and third. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Runners on the corners, no outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. Reached on an infield single his first time. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. First and second here, no outs. To the right side, and that chance handled. One at second. On to first in time. Double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
So digging in, Addison Barger.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Ball one there. Hit in the air, center field. Harris has a beat on it. And makes the grab. And that is the third out of the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 5-1. We go to the top of the fifth. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. Rodriguez back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Braves really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Smoked on the ground a second. Fires over to Guerrero. One up, one down. Here's Sean Murphy. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there, and it is gone. He circles the bases. His second home run of the series, and they boost their lead. It's 6-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Now, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Tap foul at the plate. One down, base is empty. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that's going to get into the corner. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw to second is offline.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now it's the DH, Eli White. In there at the knees. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The 0-2. Slides, but it gets by him. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 7-1.
Now batting, right fielder, Jared
So 2
Kellner.
down. Now in for the Braves, Jared Kellner. That's to third. Tosses to first. Third out. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Braves 7 and the Blue Jays 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the center fielder, Miles Straw.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Bryce Elder getting ready to go. Lee getting cranked up as well. That one drifts inside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Pitch
Ball
misses. And now 3-0.
3 balls, no strikes.
And there's a strike. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Hit in the air out to center field. Harris after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Left fielder, Alan Roden.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Number 73 will depart, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
Pitching change here, Bryce Elder.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Here's the left fielder, Alan Roden. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. And that misses. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Inside.
Inside.
It's
Ball
2-2. Elder fires. And that one is downstairs. 3-2 now.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And that one is lifted in the air. 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Back to the top of the lineup. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a foul out of play. That's hard hit on the line. Murphy hauls it in to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're through 5. It's the Braves 7 and the Blue Jays 1. Back here at Rogers Center, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Nick Allen. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now here is Michael Harris II. 0 for 3 in this one. Harris, 24 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2019. And that's in the dirt. The Braves up big in this one, and we're the top half of the 6th. And now 2 balls and a strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. Straw hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting third baseman Austin Riley.
Here's Austin Riley.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
A little bit low. Ball 1. To third, Wagner. Fires over to first. And that is the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Braves 7 and the Blue Jays 1. Bottom of the 6th inning. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
The Braves bullpen has some activity. Angel De Los Santos getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it's foul. That one the other way. Throw on to Olsen. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Well struck right field. Into the bullpen and gone. He'll touch them all. His second homer this series. It's 7-2.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. There's a strike. One out, bases empty, and a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground right side. Throws to first in time.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. That one catches the zone. 0-1.
Really good
0-1 is the
athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
And Captain Kirk goes down on strikes. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 7-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
And first offering is fouled off. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout.
Oh, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Murphy in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Next pitch is outside. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 2-1. Towards first. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
2 down, base is empty. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. That clips a corner. Next offering upstairs. On the ground to third, Wagner fires across the diamond, and Albies is retired. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Braves go down quickly here, but they're still on top 7-2. Bottom of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Will Wagner. Wagner checks his swing, appeal to third, and yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Gary Simmons. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair.
For the Blue Jays.
So a man at first. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. They get 1. Now to first, and it's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
2 outs, base is empty. Miles Straw next up for the Blue Jays. First offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. Ground ball left side. And that's just foul. Two down, nobody on. Pitch misses there. 1-2 to count. That one missed. And a ground ball to first. And that one handled. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Out of the bullpen for the Jays, number 68. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Drake Baldwin now at the plate.
Catcher Drake Baldwin.
Outside low, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it falls. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. To Jimenez. Throw to first, safe. Jared Kelnick getting ready to hit. Step off throw to first, and he's back in safely. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. White stands at first with 1 out. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Man at second.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Kelnick tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And yes, he offered at it. Nick Allen next up for the Braves.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. There's the ball. Throw to third. Out. And that will end the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you kind of want to keep on running. Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
On to the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Jays, Alan Roden. Elder back to work. Line drive. Makes the grab, 1 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, Not everything is in your control.
Bullpen up to the dish. And first offering is fouled off. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, no swing. The Braves leading by 5 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Kelnick makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir.
And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. In there at the knees. And that is strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right through there, got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. New inning getting started. Now at the plate, Nick Allen.
Nick Allen.
And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Fly ball down the line. Roden on his way over. He makes the grab. And there's one away.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael Harris, the second.
Michael Harris, the second. Digs in now. Fought off foul.
Ball, that's outside.
That's down and in.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And it's even up.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
In the air, left field. Roden brings it in. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, third baseman.
2 down,
Austin
base is
Riley.
empty. Austin Riley, the next to hit. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Here's Matt Olson down. That one not close, and it's 1-0. And there's a ball. Riley off of first with 2 away. That missed by a lot. And now 3-0. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
And now Sean Murphy. And first offering is fouled off. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Swings here and blasts one left field. Way back there. And out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 10-2. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. The cutter up and in can be such a tough pitch for the hitters. You have to keep your hands above the baseball, and that's exactly what he did. He caught it out front and drove it out of here.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Number 68 is done, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Jimmy Garcia gets the call from the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Late swing, foul to the left. Garcia, 34-year-old vet, he joined the team as a free agent. 2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here at the top of the 9th. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. And now an 8-run lead at 10-2. You're dialed into the show. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there. Growing up, who is your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic, still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I love Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's true. Swings through that.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Man at first, nobody out. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 3. Late with the swing there.
I wanted to race the freeze with 1 point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze. And it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But, yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. 1-2 now. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And it gets by him. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. First pitch, and he just misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
First and second, no outs here in the last half of inning number 9. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a strike.
Ball.
This one in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
No outs, runners at first and second. On the ground left side, 6, 4,
That's an out.
3, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So they're down to their final out. Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. And a foul ball. Two outs with a runner at third. Just missed. Strike on the inside corner. One strike away. And now 2-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Santander at third with 2 away. Next pitch is outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Now it's the right fielder, Addison Barger. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Just missed.
1-0.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
Ball 2.
That's a base hit, run scores. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Bryce Elder out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Angel De Los Santos on the pitch here. He last pitched 2 days ago. Miles Straw next up for the Blue Jays. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
0-1's the count.
First and second, 2 down. Line drive, base hit. Coming home, the throw in. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 10-4. So first and second with 2 outs. Now the left fielder, Alan Roden. And first offering is fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Not close with that one, and the count is 1-2. Good eye right there. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's now 10-5. First and second, 2 outs. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. And that one is inside, ball 1. Fastball for a strike. And there's a foul ball. De Los Santos is just 1 strike away. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
These hitters had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
And your final 10-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.